Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Command Point. It is now round 4 of the Command Point Invitational, and here in this matchup we have got, as you can tell by the title, we've got Micromancer and his Adeptus Mechanicus going up against Blue and his Harlequins. So it looks like they've already brought out their kill teams. I'm here with Shane as always. Shane, how are you today?
I'm doing well. How about you?
I'm doing great. I'm excited for this kill team matchup. So, as one would expect, Shane, all players for the Harlequins. um, what subfaction has he opted for? Can you tell?
I know his roster has both Soaring Spite and Frozen Stars. This looks like Frozen Stars. Wait, maybe it's not.
Yeah, they
Hold
don't
up.
appear to be labeled, but we
I
will.
uh, I can figure. I think it's Frozen Stars because I don't see any crazy pistols. Yeah, it's Frozen Stars. I just checked.
Right. And then going over and looking at Micromancer's loadout. Wow, this is some out of the box thinking, I think, here, Shane. There's a lot of Sicarians, an absolute cohort of Electro Priests, and just a couple Vanguard. Not really any plasma spam. There's only. Is there even a plasma caliber in this loadout? I don't think there is.
There's not.
All radium carbines. Yeah, so very interesting. Um,
I
so
really like this list
yeah,
against Harlequins. Yeah, the Corpuscari. This is just there's no AP really on this list in the shooting. It's just volume of shots, and that's kind of what you need against Harleys.
yeah, with because each one of those models has a 4-up invulnerable save. Micromancer has opted for Thin Their Ranks, Death from Afar, and Bounty Hunters for his secondaries. Blue is going with Bounty Hunter, Vicious Assault, Cut Apart. Uh, just looking at a glance, I think that the only outlier here is Death from Afar. But I mean, the with the Infiltrator stub carbines, I think that's doable. Would you agree?
I would say yeah, that and the Corpuscari shooting as well.
Oh yeah, that's right. They do have some crazy shooting.
Yeah, they have 3 shots, exploding sixes.
Yeah.
That's pretty impressive.
All right, so I'm going to go ahead and let our players know that they can get started with deployment. What's going on, Chad? I see we've got Pyro in here. Good to see you again. Hobby Hero's here as well. Hobby Hero, you're rooting for Kroot? All right, so they're rolling off for deployment. Blues won and is opting for the blue deployment zone. Um, Looks like Micro has already put a Sicarian Infiltrator in reserves. So he's got all 3 of those infiltrators. So he's probably gonna go ahead and dump all of them into reserves. I would not be surprised to see that play because they have that infiltration tactic for 1 CP. Um, Shane, Micro's sub-faction trait that he's opted for is Agrippina, right? And that's the he overwatches on 5s and 6s, correct?
Yeah, which I mean that's a pretty good take here, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Because
Um,
there's going to be a lot of charging this game, I feel.
yeah, I love the triple infiltrator deep striking. Old episode of Inside Shane's Brain Patreon shout out here. I did a thing that was kind of based around the infiltrator deep strike, and it was a list. The list didn't look like this, I'll say,
No,
but
not
it
at
was a
all.
list for 100 points. But it was against it was like things like Harlequins in mind, and it had a couple Corpuscari. It had the 3 infiltrators. I think outside of that, it had like a couple arc rifles or something.
Yeah. So when I asked Micro if he wanted to be on the stream game this evening, I believe he told me that he was afraid he was going to get blown out of the water this match. Do you think, looking at his roster, that like he should be scared of that happening, or because I think
I
he's
think,
brought a pretty good list here with some really good secondaries.
yeah, I mean, I love this list that he's taken. That being said, I think Harlequins do have a pretty good matchup against Admech, and holy crap, that's a lot of reserves.
Yeah, I know. Like, I honestly want to do a so 14, 15, 14. I'm just going to add up the points because I know you can't have like more than half of your 125 point list in reserves. That's 19, 14, 15, 14. Okay, yeah. I don't believe it's over half.
Yeah, so
I'm adding it all up right now with the calculator. So this is 62 points he has in reserves.
just barely under that.
Yeah, literally
Wow.
1 point under, I believe. Anyway, so pretty small deployment zones here. Blue opting to just put all of his models on the line. We have got Micro just kind of putting a model in every corner of his deployment zone to get that screen out, and Blue here is opting for the vet move. So we're going to see an
Yeah,
advance here.
the vet move is the way to go here.
That's a big ol' advance.
Yeah, it's like 13 inches or something.
Yeah.
I think the way to go is you throw him up on that rooftop near the AdMech deployment, because there you can put him in a place where he's basically unchargeable by AdMech, but he gets an easy charge.
Yeah, for
So even if
sure.
he goes first or second, right?
Yeah. And he opts to do exactly that. Or not. I think he's just trying to get him totally flat. Okay, so looks like he's just going to put him on the other side of the tower here. Hmm. So I'm looking at the chat, and there's a question here for AdMac. Is Styges better than Agrippina? I don't remember what Styges does, but if it is like a Raven Guard type,
It's not.
it's
It's
not.
not better than Agrippina.
Oh,
I don't
okay.
remember exactly what it is, but it's definitely. I mean, Metallica is good. Metallica might be better than Agrippina. Ryza might be better than Agrippina. Um, outside of that, I mean, I definitely think that Dry is probably fourth, and I hate Grya.
Yeah, yeah. Um, Sensor Lock in chat says long distance obscuration factions tend to be the worst. If you are that far away, you should be able to find cover anyways. So if Styges is like a Raven Guard type tactic, where you get a bonus to like your save, or like it makes your opponent less likely to hit you when you're at a certain range. Yeah, it's not not very good. Hobby Hero, we Shane and I are considering going to the Summer Slaughter Kill Team tourney. We are considering that. It might be like the last hurrah for this edition of Kill Team, at least from a competitive sense, anywhere close to us. So we are strongly considering attending. Yeah, if 12 inches away your model is counted as obscured. Yeah, there's
Wow.
look at that. Oh my God, did he really just get off a? Is this a charge or a? Yeah, that was the 3d6 charge, wasn't it?
Yeah, he won initiative, I believe.
Oh. I don't know why I just got some echo there. Chat, let me know if you hear any weird echoing.
So it looks like they were just far enough apart that he couldn't lock them both up.
Yeah, he tried to lock both of them up, but it was like a millimeter. Literally 1.1 inches away. Almost got both of them, but he opted just to go for the Electro Priest with the electrostatic gauntlets there. I'm going to go ahead right now and ask Micromancer what canonical he's using.
He's got it labeled.
Oh,
If you look over at the big giant,
there's a big,
other
giant,
part of
convenient.
yeah.
Oh, okay. So he's going with Benediction of the Omnissiah for reroll hit rolls of 1 during the shooting phase this turn. So I think this turn he's going to be counting on those Sicarian infiltrators coming in from deep strike and just getting the most out of their firepower as he possibly can using that canonical. Awesome, thank you, chat. Yeah, I don't know what that was. Why do I never see a Shadow Seer and Kill Team Not Enough Commanders games? That's basically it. Yeah. Not enough Commander games. Really. Commanders is just not a very popular expansion with the majority of the Kill Team community.
So Blue here is having himself a fantastic tournament right now.
Yeah.
Um, he is the only player in the tournament. He's first place right now, going into the last round. He's the only player in the tournament that has maxed all 3 of his games so far. So I mean, there is definitely a very good chance that even if he does lose this game, that he ends up making it into top 8.
Yeah, for sure. So, like, Harlequins on this packet are performing. How many other Harlequins players are there in this tournament, Shane? I forget.
I think only just one,
Oh, okay.
maybe 2 others. but I know there's at least two.
Okay, yeah. So there is one more Harlequin player at least, according to Udzical.
Yeah.
Um, I'm not sure if that player's record, but what I'm trying to discern is just is this faction overall having a great performance on the Du Bois GT packet?
I think they're doing pretty well.
Yeah.
Obviously, blue here is kind of leading the charge for them, but I think overall pretty solid performance from the from Harley's here.
Another 5-inch advance. Blue getting crazy mobility out of his Harlequins as you would expect
Yeah.
early in this game. Yeah, Pyro. There's not going to be probably any Commanders levels games when the new edition of Kill Team comes out. But I can almost guarantee they would want to do a an expansion to the game. I'd be very surprised if they didn't.
So both players with super killy secondaries here, just completely going to going for the kills,
They're gonna
basically.
they're they're gonna punch right through their hearts. Yeah, really. No one going for positional, which for Blue's case, it kind of surprises me just because, you have all this crazy movement with Harlequins. You would think it would be easier instead of relying on killing models to just put models where you want them to be on the board. But I mean, hey, if this is how he's been playing this whole tournament and he's maxed out every single game he's played, uh he can keep doing what he's doing. I've got nothing to say. Try to get a better angle of seeing where all of Blue's models are at. So you can see he's placed these blue rings all out from his models. I'm assuming he's using that to kind of just gauge and see where he's going to be forcing Micromancer to deploy those infiltrators. As you can see, he's got his leader on this objective on the other side of the container. None of the infiltrators are going to be able to drop in and have a shot on him unless they were to like drop in over on this side of the table.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty good positioning here from blue, honestly. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, it's hard to prevent these deep strikes, right? But I mean, he's doing the best he can with the models that he have and with the movement that he has.
Yep.
Uh, I mean, that's one of the reasons why reserves feels so silly.
I mean, look at this. There's
What's yeah, I mean, what's going to happen here is the micro with his reserves. He's basically just going to drop, and he's going to get at least one free kill. I mean, it is almost guaranteed. Like he's just going to get a kill for this. And I don't. I mean, like for as good of a job as Blue has done with the screen here, and he's screening out a big portion of the map, and he's really screening out important parts like where his leader is over here, for the most part. Um, it's still he still won't be. He can't deny the Sicarians coming down and getting a kill.
yeah.
It's it's basically inevitable. Like you can't screen out the whole map, right?
Yeah, exactly. So Micro with the 1-inch advance, moving the Electro Priest. He's reconsidering. Oh, it looks like he's going for attack reroll on that advance.
Wow. Wait, did
Rerolls
he?
it into a 2. Yeah, I
What's
think
that?
so. So he's going to be able to snipe this objective. I say snipe this objective, but really just get this objective. Blue had no models on it, and I'm not sure if it's going to be able to see. It might be able to see the Harlequins.
I guess he's gonna bring him over here just to make sure he can get a shot off.
Yeah, yeah. So this is an instance where the containers, the specific rules for these shipping containers that you see on the board, have a significant impact on how the game is played. The Harlequins, they have flip belts, which allows them to ignore basically any terrain that they are moving over, giving them sort of like pseudo fly. And then these shipping containers, however, they are considered to be infinitely tall and impassable, I believe. Um,
Yeah.
and so he has to make his way around them rather than over them, just like all the other pieces of terrain on here. I'm well. The fact that Micromancer got paired up against Blue, and Blue is yeah, this is the number 1 and number 2 ranked players. Yeah, so this is Shane will. I guess it does depend on the outcome of this game, but I think there's a strong likelihood that we'll see both of these players. At least one of these guys will be guaranteed in the top 8. I can tell you that.
Probably both of them,
Yeah,
unless one of these players gets extremely blown out. I think it's really unlikely that they both miss or that one of them misses top eight.
yeah,
I mean, especially Blue. Blue's got like 36 points and already
yeah. How many total points does Micro have? Do you know off the top of your head?
like 34, 35, I
Oh,
think.
okay. So not that far behind.
Yeah, I mean, like Blue has three 18-point games, three 18-point maxes. I think Micro has an 18-point max, a 17-point game, and like a 16-point game.
Hmm.
Yeah, there's currently six players going into the fourth round that are 3-0. These two just have the most points of those players.
See the leader lining up a shot on the player on the middle objective.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm. Very interesting that they're bringing the deployment zones back.
Yeah, I would bet that we're going to see Micro drop his Skatari models in his DZ at the very least.
I see.
Because
Yeah.
he's definitely not going to outflank those guys if he's dropping the Sicarians.
No. He only has, well, I believe he only has the 1 CP left unless I'm mistaken and the Electro Priests have some sort of reroll advance ability that I had forgotten about. Um
They definitely don't. I don't know what he could have rerolled.
okay.
Maybe he just was moving and then decided
Yeah.
to advance.
Maybe the
I don't
roll
know.
was for another model and I'm just mistaken. But in
Oh,
any case,
he's Micro seems to be spending 2 CP.
outflank
That's,
and infiltrator drop. Okay.
he
Wow.
is doing.
Big, bold plays from Micro here. Dropping the
Okay,
comm
so
specialist.
I mean, he can only drop one of these guys without flank. So this guy, this other Skatari with the radium carbine, is probably just going to drop in his DZ or just stay in reserve.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he's dropping the comms to buff the infiltrators as they come in.
Oh, wow. Okay, that's actually crazy. He's really stacking them here. Okay. This is
Yeah, I
such
mean
an interesting play.
it's definitely interesting. I feel like it feels like overkill to me personally.
Yeah. Well, there's multiple. He's lining them up for multiple targets here. So is it really overkill if he is able
I
to
mean,
clean up 3 Harlequins right now?
and like this guy, for instance, he's got 3 shots unobscured, so hitting on threes and wounding on threes.
Mm-hmm.
Um, he's got another guy, 3 shots, hitting on threes, wounding on threes. And he's going to have another guy probably, unless he just decides to bring him in next turn. That will be hitting on threes, wounding on threes. And I mean, he can only buff one of them,
Right.
and he'll be making him hit on twos instead of threes, which is like he's probably already getting the job done hitting on threes. And
Oh, he's
yeah, so he
bringing
is
in the
dropping.
other one.
Um, and it's like now he has 0 CP, so he can't reroll an injury, which all this stuff is 1 damage. You know, he might want to do like a reroll over here or something. I don't know. I mean, it's definitely it's not a play I've seen before. I'm curious to see how it works out.
There we go. So where were you pointing on the map to just now? Because I don't think I was able to see
Oh,
your hand.
so with the shooting,
Yeah.
I was gonna say this guy's gonna shoot him, hitting on threes, 3 shots, winning on threes, hitting on threes. This guy's gonna shoot at him, 3 shots, hitting on threes, winning on threes, or maybe him long range, but
Mm-hmm.
still, I mean, hitting on fours with the 3 shots is still decent. Um, or maybe he wants to snipe the leader, and that's why he's doing the comms. Like I don't know. That's just.
Oh, maybe lining up shots on the leader
I mean, that could be,
all
yeah.
the way on that back objective. That would make sense, for the long range. So comms is putting the Omni specs on that Sicarian infiltrator.
Yeah, I don't even think that guy has a obscured shot. I think all his shots are unobscured. Okay, so blue's gonna throw a grenade with this guy. He's gonna throw a plasma grenade into this infiltrator right here. He's gonna get 3 shots, and these are gonna hit on threes. This could, I mean, it won't take too much for this to go pretty well for blue, I
Yeah.
think. Okay,
Okay.
he gets 2 hits. Oh, is it? How is that only 1 hit? Is that model obscured? I don't think that model is obscured. That should have been 2 hits. And Micro made the 5-up save. Yeah, that. I mean, what was a 3 didn't hit? There's no long range for grenades. The model's not obscured. Just his gun is obscured, which doesn't count. He didn't take Shroud Psalm. I mean, he's not obscured anyway, so yeah, I don't know. He must have just assumed he was obscured or something.
Moon Knight says, I've never seen reserves use this much before. I don't think I have either. At least, like, in this one turn. Shane, what about you?
Um, I've seen. I mean, I've. It's not super common, but I've seen like games where both teams do a bunch of weird reserve stuff. This is definitely pretty out of the box, though, or outside
Mm-hmm.
the box.
Yeah.
Okay, so now the zealot is taking 3 shots at one of these guys.
Wow. All hit.
Hits with all of them and wounds with 2 of them. So now it's 2 4-up saves. Misses them both. So this is an injury, probably 5-up. Yeah, just gets a flesh wound.
Yeah.
And that's on to the
Does
zealot.
does not have any CP for a reroll here. Even then, probably wouldn't have used it. Needing the 5-up.
Yeah, this player takes a pot shot, misses. Next, we're probably going to see this infiltrator shoot, and he's got a long range shot onto the leader. No, okay. So we're going to see this Corpuscari go. No hits. Oh, because he advanced and either obscured or long range, one of those two. I think they ignore obscurity, so it must have been long range. Now we've got this Corpuscari shooting at him. I think this is on 5s. Oh, that's 3 hits because it's he got the 6, which
Yeah.
explodes. Wounding on 3s. He just gets the 1. Ooh, he's only
Man,
rolled 1
he's
for his
yeah,
armor.
very bad
So
saves.
4-up. I think that kills him. Yeah, that does kill him.
So is that going to score death from afar? What is the range on the
Yeah.
12
It's in this
inches?
package.
Yeah.
Death from afar is any range. It's just a shooting attack.
Oh, that's right.
Okay, so now you've got the leader taking some pot shots at this player in the middle. He's probably hitting on. Oh my
That's
god!
it's 6s to wounds are mortals, is that correct?
And they all hit. Wow. 6's tunes are not mortals. They're extra damage, I believe.
Ah, okay.
None of them wounded well. Surprised that wasn't obscured. Guess it's unobscured. Yeah, so he's hitting on 4s.
Comspec firing into the player on the middle objective with his radium carbine.
No hits. So now you've got these 2 infiltrators left. So I think the one, I mean, he's either going to be shooting here, which is a better shot, or he's going to go for the leader for the upside play.
I think I go for the leader here.
Okay, so he's going for 3 shots, hitting on 3s onto the leader right now with the comms buff. All hit.
Yeah.
With 3s. 2 wounds. 4-ups.
Makes them both. Wow. Okay. I
He
still
was 2
think
for some armor saves.
yeah, I still think that was the proper play from Micro. I mean, you've got all those to hit buffs on the infiltrator. His leader is not going to get any benefit to cover once you make it to the injury roll. You just gotta hope that you can get past that 4-up save, and this time they help. But any other time, that's likely a dead leader. So here we go, the other infiltrator into the player.
Just a 1 hit. He gets to reroll the 1, so 2 hits. 2 wounds. So this guy's got 2 4-ups coming in. Makes neither. So this is an injury. Wow, and he
That's
gets
a
the
dead
other action.
Harlequin. All right. So this is like a really subtle thing here, and now that I think about it, I'm not sure if it plays that much of a role, but look at where Micro has placed the bounty token. Normally, if you're a player like me, As soon as I kill a model, I'm gonna want the bounty token as close to my models as physically possible. But instead, what he does is he puts it on the corner of this shipping container, probably thinking, okay, next turn this guy's gonna move up, pick up that bounty, but I'm gonna do two birds in one stone. I'm gonna have him around the corner and be able to put shots onto other targets instead of just being behind this container, not being able to do anything and scoring the point. This way, he gets both.
All right, so the veteran player just got 2 wounds onto that combat Electro Priest. He gets the 1 save. The player does have a kiss though, so it's going to be multi-damage before we see the Feel No Pain. So it's 2 damage, so he's got to make 2 5-up Feel No Pains here. He doesn't do it, so this is going to be a 2 damage injury roll out on a 4. And he gets him. So this is going to be a bounty here. It's going to be cut apart. He's not going to get Vicious Assault this turn, obviously, because it's too late for that. And yeah, we are going to see that Corpus Guard swing back. But what's interesting there is that Blue didn't need to use his reroll there, so now he can still reroll an armor save in this combat if need be. Let's see if he does need to. It's 2 attacks on the Corpus Guard hitting on 4s, exploding 6s. Oh my god, that's
Ooh.
4 hits. That's gross. So winning on 3s. He gets 3. That's oh man, that's so insane. Corp saves. Man, that's just sad. Oh god, that's got you got to feel for Blue here. And
Oh,
he's
that's
gotten out of
bad.
action all 3
Man.
times. Yeah, he's made 3 1 damage injury rolls, and he's made them all.
Yeah.
So I mean, he. This was kind of what I was talking about with, like spending all that CP on the reserves. You might not get to reroll an injury roll, or you know, you can just exclusively roll out of action every time.
Yeah, he just didn't need that CP. All right, so fantastic turn one for Micro here. Looking like the score is going to be
And ultimately, though, it's not that bad, right? Because
5-5.
Blue is still getting hold one, hold more.
Yeah.
So it's actually a tie game.
There's Blue in the
Okay.
chat saying sad clown noises.
Yeah, I mean, that was a horrible turn one. And not, I don't think, because of anything Blue did.
No. No. All right. So Blue has won initiative again.
This is really big for him. I mean, he obviously didn't really want it that much turn one, and he got it, but here he for sure wants it, and he's gonna get it. So Micro's got to be thinking about a decisive, because I mean the thing is, you've got all these guys with their guns and stuff. If all these Harlequins just charge and get into combat, the guns aren't going to do anything.
Yep. We've got a question from Chad here. For AdMech, are the Jazz Hands better than the Darth Maul Priests? I don't think either one of them is necessarily better. I think they both serve a different role, right? So we saw Micro had a combat specialist Electro Priest. Um, so the Mauls are, I believe, better in a combat role than the Jazz Hands, but the Jazz Hands are more like a flex unit.
So it looks like no decisive move from from Micro. I'm curious what's going on here. Oh, I think he's measuring out to see, or did he roll that charge? He did. Holy crap!
The power
That's
of the Harlequins.
yeah, and he makes that.
3d6 charge, ignoring terrain. Insane.
Yeah, and I mean, like, you've got this ball up here of the infiltrators. He can just go elsewhere, right? Like, he doesn't
Yeah.
have to go to this corner of the board.
No.
He can exploit this weaker part of the board and kind of take over from there. I mean, even like the zealot here, like you have this player charge the zealot, and I mean this zealot is not he's not going to do too much against a player. I mean, it's 2 attacks with a power sword. I mean, yeah, he's hitting on threes, wounding on threes, but the AP's not doing you anything. It's 1 damage. He's going to get to fight first. Like, that's a kind of a mismatch in favor of the Harlequin, I think.
Yeah.
And especially once you start getting like 2 Harlequins onto this infiltrator, it's like this guy's done. And you got these guys are gonna have to start walking over. By the time
Yeah.
they've gotten there, it's like, what's the situation gonna look like, right? It might be shambles.
Yeah. To be fair, the infiltrators are pretty quick with 8 inches, with an 8-inch movement, but they don't have an assault weapon, so Micro's he's gonna have to pick and choose what he's gonna do with them.
Okay, so I think, yep, here's that charge I was just talking about. So he does that play. I think that's the right play. And I honestly, I don't even see where Micro can.
like get
He could try
targets.
for, yeah, I mean, he could try for a counter charge with like the fall or the corpse guard over there. But I mean, if he doesn't, that's still kind of a long charge for him to counter charge. And if he doesn't get there, he's just sitting there like ass in the wind, uh, basically like not able to do anything. And this player is just advancing. Just got to be careful where he advances because you have to consider
There's a lot of
how much.
firepower.
Yeah, if he steps in the wrong spot, he could be facing down a lot of shots.
Yeah.
And I mean, also, you have to really respect the Overwatch from Agrippina because he's hitting on fives, and
Yeah.
all these guys have like 3 shots each, especially with the Corpus Scari where their sixes are exploding.
Mm-hmm. Then also, Micro does have this cheeky little vanguard sitting waiting to be deployed in strategic reserve, so interesting to see where that guy's going to show up.
For sure. Oh, I'm kind of surprised he's bringing that guy up there. He's kind of inviting this model to get shot at, right?
If he places it in such a way, but I mean, those Harlequins are tall.
Yeah, that's the thing.
I
The
think
Harlequins
they're
are
going to be
tall,
able to be seen from.
and the infiltrators are tall too. So it's
Yeah,
like, I mean, right
it's
here,
the Mohawk. The Mohawk betrays.
and I
You can
think he's
see
actually,
just the crest of it up there.
yeah, I do think he's actually safe right there. I don't think the
Yeah,
infiltrator can see him. Maybe if he pulls back a little bit. And I guess if they're, it counts on if they're measuring from like the antenna on the infiltrator, which is, I wouldn't
yeah.
personally, but I mean, you never know.
With my TTS camera, it's kind of hard to tell, but maybe he can't. Yeah,
He's going to shift this leader over here, which I think is the right play. I think he's pretty much keeping him safe, except for maybe some nonsense from that Corpus Cari
yep.
all the way over here. All right, I'm curious to see what happens with the combat player now.
Yeah, does he wind up charging it into that Electro Priest? With how many shots do they get with the gauntlets?
That's 3 hitting on fives, exploding
Yeah,
six. I would not charge that guy. Oh, he is.
I think he's
He's.
declaring a charge on all of the Electro Priests on the table.
Oh no. Okay, he's actually not. He's charging everybody except that Corpus Cari, which I
Oh,
think is
okay.
a good Because if you can lock up this guy with 2 guys, that's probably a dead zealot. Ooh, not a great charge. It might get him. No, it doesn't. I wonder if he rerolls this. Yeah, he is. He's got the 3 CP. I like that play. So now he gets a 10.
I don't think that's gonna be enough. It'll be enough to get him to that
Oh, it's
infiltrator,
just enough.
but
Yeah.
not the any of the other targets.
Yeah, I think that does get him there. It's just the collision's weird. I mean, it looks like he gets to that guy. I think it's just these Harlequin models have bizarre collision,
Yeah.
right?
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's 8.9 inches there.
Wow, are they saying he can't get there? That looked like the hitbox for the player, but I don't know.
Well, he's putting the charge token on him.
Yeah, he's moving him as close as possible.
This is very confusing.
Yeah, I guess they're saying he didn't get it because the model like tipped a little bit, but I thought that was just the hitbox on the model being funky. Okay.
Yeah. I'll leave that to the player's discretion.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that
Oh,
that seems like
maybe he doesn't. I don't know. Well, either way, we're gonna get
yeah.
into micros movement now. So we're
Yep.
gonna see this priest move, and I don't know what they're pinging right this second,
Yeah,
but
neither do I. Yeah, no, they do ignore terrain pyro.
yeah, the thing is they can't finish a move with on like the ledges there. They have to finish on top of like the whole tower.
No, he doesn't, Benji. Shane does not hate micro.
I only hate Benji.
Oh my goodness, Shane. Yeah, no. The terrain crates. The crates which I talked about earlier being infinitely tall and blocking the any movement over them. That's what's causing the shortage here. That's why that Harlequin was not able to successfully make the charge into the Sicarian. The sandbags, yeah, he should ignore. But yeah, I believe the players are playing this correctly now that Sensor has reminded me of the shipping container rules that I mentioned like
Oh,
15 minutes ago. Thank you.
are you saying that he had to go around it and that they
Correct.
weren't measuring it? Okay,
Correct.
yeah. I was gonna say
When they
I know that.
first measured it, I think they measured straight over it, and that's why I was like getting thrown off. Um,
Okay.
what was I gonna say? I thought I saw something in chat that I wanted to talk about. Um, oh yeah, Austin, the jazz hands is probably a little more flexible, but the electro priest with like the with the sticks, I guess. I forget what is this weapon called?
Fulgurates?
Yeah, the Fulgurites with their electro leech staves. Those give them +2 to their strength, bringing them up to. Oh,
Brings up to
it's
5.
still strength 5, so same as the.
Yeah, the Fulgurites aren't amazing against Harlequins unless you're really banking on the mortal wounds because they have less attacks
I see.
and they can't shoot.
Okay. For some reason, I thought the +2 brought them up to a strength 6, and I was like, wounding
No.
toughness 3 on 2s. Yeah, I kind of want those against Harlequins. All right. Micro considering his next move here.
Also, at the end of this movement phase, blue is going to get Vicious Assault.
Yes. And he's revealed
So,
that to Micro. What mechanical has he selected for this? He's taken Litany of the Electromancer, so roll a d6 for each model within. So this is the meme. This is the meme mechanical, right? Roll a d6 for each enemy model within 1 inch of any models in your kill team at the start of the fight phase, and on a 6, the model suffers 1 mortal wound. Yeah. I think that's a good one here, honestly.
yeah, I mean, it's,
The chance
well,
to get a mortal wound against all of these
he's
charging
only two, though.
Harlequins. Yeah, it is only two, but remember, Micro was rightfully expecting a lot of charges from these Harlequins this turn. So I think, given the
Oh, yeah.
information he
I
had at
mean,
the time, that was the correct canonical to play.
yeah, I mean, I think it was a fair choice. We'll see when he decides to use, I think it's Remorseless Fist. Remorseless Fist. That's the reroll hit rolls of one in the fight phase, I think.
Yeah.
All right, so I think we're in shooting phase right now.
Yep, Micro's drawing. Er, Still adjusting movement.
Oh yeah, no, sorry. There's actually a couple guys left that need to walk.
Trying to line a shot up on the player here. I don't know if he's going to be able to do it, honestly. I think he's got to move him back a ton of ways.
Oh yeah, those vanguards are a lot shorter than the infiltrators.
Yeah. I think he's given up on it now, and he's just moving him onto that objective. Oh, he's still trying to find an angle. Yeah, I was about to I was about to make a comment about how there's so many blue circles everywhere. Bicycle of the Remorseless Fish. Yes, that is the correct canonical for the reroll ones in the fight phase. Ping the comms. Looks like the comms is advancing here. All the way behind that shipping container. Thanks, Austin. Yeah, so like I said earlier, at the end of round one, he's moved up that Infiltrator Princeps, And this infiltrator is going to have line of sight on the Harlequin player up in the tower that he's been trying to get after this entire movement phase. Keeping him within range of the Omni specs and the comms aura. I love some good quality shots there.
Yeah, so now
And
this guy's going to come in for free.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the failed charges over here on the combat, especially, that's pretty unfortunate. That is pretty big, I think, because now there's these extra shots, right? This is what I was like questioning this move up on the tower because I figured there would be a way for Micro to set up shots on this guy. It just seemed kind of unnecessary.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so
Placing his
Omnispecs, yeah. Does that infiltrator even have a
have
shot?
shots.
Oh, you know what? He might. I think. Yeah, he has a shot on the combat over there.
Yeah.
So Vanguard's out of range. All these guys are out of range. Micro is probably considering a stratagem that he has that allows him to increase the range of the Corpi by from 12 inches to 18.
Mm.
But he might be just within 18 to use that. Okay, so first we're going to see this Qatari Vanguard here take its shots with the Radium Carbine.
Only one hit. It does wound on a 6, Shane.
Oh, but he makes the save. That would have been, I think, 3 damage.
Yeah.
Unless I'm mixing up the special
No,
order.
I think you're right.
Yeah, it's 3 damage. I'm thinking of the Ranger gets AP 1 on a wound drill of 6. But it's the Vanguard here that gets 3 damage. Now this Infiltrator is going to take some shots to combat, probably hitting on 4s because he's ignoring obscurity. Gets
Oh.
1, gets the wound. Now it is a 4-up save. He doesn't get it.
Does he
Probably going
CP?
to. I wonder. He's thinking about it because he's a little bit afraid, rightfully so, of a decisive strike. I think I'd re-roll here, but I mean it's tough, right? Because he's only dying in a 5-up. Because the way I'm seeing it, yeah, I think he's no, okay, he's gonna re-roll. I think that's the right play. He gets it. Because honestly, I think if I'm blue, I don't think I would actually contest the decisive strike.
Really? Why is that?
Because even like let's say he contests and he wins, and then he fights with like the zealot or this guy, and he kills whoever he's fighting with. After that, Micro still gets his decisive strike, and it's going to be the other guy. So it's like the only difference is which order he gets it in. So I'd rather just save the CP for a reroll, right, to try and keep them both alive.
Right.
Because if he doesn't contest, Micro gets fight first, and then Blue gets his other guy regardless.
Going with the Corpus Scari. Into that combat spec. Wow. Okay.
Did he
Oh
just
my
get
goodness. Yeah, he rolled.
7 hits?
My goodness.
Jesus.
Blue just goes oof. Oh my
Oh my
gosh.
God.
Stop it. Stop it. He's already dead. Ironically enough, this is only going to be a 1 on the injury roll.
Hey, he rolled pretty well on it, so it's a 4-up, I think, to kill. Flush wound.
Mm,
And he's going to reroll it. And do a flush wound.
yes. First rule of Warhammer: if you tack reroll an injury roll or a wound, if you tack reroll anything, it's gonna reroll into a 1.
Well, no, only if it's already a 1.
Yes, yes. Exactly.
Okay, so now the Infiltrator is going to shoot at the guy up on the tower.
In before all save, we'll have to see. We'll have to see, Austin. Did you mean for all the Harlequins or just that Harlequin in particular?
Okay, so now he's going to fish for some 6s against these Harlequins. Doesn't get it there, almost gets it. And now onto the guy up top.
Nope.
Doesn't get it. So nothing. And now there's no decisive strikes, so blue's going to get to fight first in both spots. Starting with the player. Well, okay, he's going to start with the Zealot, actually.
Just that Harlequin. You didn't even have to make those saves.
Lots of attacks. He gets
Gee.
3 hits. I think he's wounding. No, I think he has a kiss. No, he has a crest, so he's wounding on 2s. That's actually really interesting. So it's only 1 damage, but he gets 3 wounds. Saves 1 of them. And he's got 2 5-up feel no pains. Doesn't get them. So now this is an injury. Under the corpse scar, so it's out in a 4-up. He doesn't get it. I think you re-roll that, right?
I would. Because you get him out of action, you're going to be contesting that point, you're going to be threatening Micro's leader. It's
Oh,
only a
rolled in.
1. Still the right play, I believe.
Yeah, I think so too. And then we've got the other player who I think has a kiss. Yeah, he does. So probably like 5 or 6 attacks here. 5, yeah, because of Frozen Stars.
Oh, that is bad. Only 1
man.
hit out of 5 attacks? My goodness.
Yeah. He does get the wound. It's a 5-up. And he makes it. Oh my god.
Jeez. These dice are not looking good for blue right now.
Yeah, the dice have definitely been a little bit more in Micro's favor here so far. But I mean, we'll see. He didn't kill anything this round.
No.
Wow.
He's not scoring cut apart. He's not going to be able to score bounty hunters.
Yeah, let's see. This gets 1 hit. Wounds on a 3. He gets the wound. Oh, it doesn't get the save. And now I can't re-roll it. And he gets the kill. And this infiltrator here, who I said actually does not have very good odds to kill this guy, he then gets the kill.
Yeah, Austin, if your prediction came through and that Harlequin did spike all those saves, I would have called you Nostradamus.
And then this Corpus guy with the flesh wound is going to get to fight back. So, I mean, this is a really terrible board state right now for the Harlequins. I mean, I think you needed those fights to go your way because with the way that the injury rolls went turn 1, you need like extreme efficiency out of your
Yeah.
players here.
He's only got 4 models remaining, I think, Shane.
Yeah, I mean, he's at a break test now. Maybe actually, he might need 1 more, but still.
He does have a flesh wounded model. He's
Yeah,
got 2 flesh wounded. He'll definitely have to make a break here. Highest leadership is 8, so we may not see a break, but the odds are significantly stacked in Micro's favor right now. Fortunately for blue, like we said earlier, chances of him missing top 8 with his absolute burner of a run here in the second annual Command Point Invitational very low, because he has maxed every game so far.
Okay, so he gets a wound with the infiltrator, who also is not likely to,
My
to do
goodness.
anything. It goes through and he doesn't. Oh, he kills him. Yeah, that was so unlucky. Um, yeah, this flesh wounded Corpuscaria with 2 attacks. Uh, yeah, that's probably game. I
Yeah,
think that's game.
absolute. The AdMech absolutely dominant here in this second round. The Harlequins throwing a flurry of blows, but accidentally snapping their own ankles.
And I think that's it for the round. We're gonna see the break test now,
Oh,
and of course the break.
jeez. Very violent break test. Blue is screaming in pain. Wow, a fast and furious game here.
5. So these right now, all the players are at LD3. Yeah, they're at LD2. So he's not gonna get hold one because there goes his leader.
Yep.
Needs a 1 or 2 on this guy. Shake. So yeah, his whole team's gonna shake now. Um, that is game.
Moon Knight, yes, yes. The clowns snapping their own ankles. Theme coming off the weekend. Thank you for getting my
Oh wow.
UFC reference. Wow. Okay.
So he's gonna score nothing.
Yeah.
um, that's probably it for the game, right? I mean, he his whole team's shaken. They probably just score it up now.
Yeah. So Micro will. He's already scored bounty. Um, they are
I
going
mean,
into turn 3 here, and I think this is just because it's kind of difficult to determine death from afar, right? I mean,
yeah.
it's very likely that he's able to score it, but with the way that dice are in this game and injury rolls, it can really go either way. Yeah, so Shane, let's assume that blue doesn't score more than 6 points. Blue says, I'm in danger. So let's assume that he's not going to score more than 6 points this game. Uh, how concerned should we be with him not being able to make top 8?
there would be a serious concern. It would put him at 42 points. I was doing the math on if I lost, like if I got a 6 point loss, I would have 43 points.
Mm-hmm.
No, I wouldn't. I would have. Wait, no. I might be doing math wrong. 1836. He has 48. This is going to put him at 54. If he doesn't get another point. So yeah, ignore my inability to add and subtract. You'll put him at 54. I think there'd be some concern for sure. He would probably not end up being top 4, but it would definitely be.
It's possible that he doesn't
Yeah,
make top 8, but it's more of a wait and see situation, not a this is guaranteed.
yeah. I mean, all the blue can do right now is roll armor saves, right?
Yep.
That's literally it. So they're just pushing through this. This guy readied up. He's going to shoot the player. I mean, I guess there's the hope
Micro's
that
rolling his Canticle here, which makes sense, given the state of the board, you don't got to really
I think he just
worry.
forgot
Oh, okay.
if I had to guess,
Yeah,
he probably.
yeah. You,
He's
you
playing
don't
a
you
shaking
don't
team.
need a Micro. You don't need your Canticles right now with the way the board is.
Okay, so gets 2 hits. He fails 1. I mean, he probably just lets that go. This guy's not doing anything anyway, and he dies in a 5. I mean, if you really want to scrounge for more points, I think you just hope that one of these guys lives
Yeah, and
and
then the
auto pass,
auto pass
and then
morale.
next turn maybe like charge and kill a guy and get like cut apart, like go down while like doing something.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's a good point actually. There definitely is. He just needs to survive this salvo that he's about to endure from Micro's AdMech,
Yeah.
and just get one kill and he can get 2 more points. Potentially 3 if he's able to land on an objective and control it.
Wow, he gets the
Oh
other
man,
guy.
another one bites the dust. Blue is out here fighting for his life.
Okay, so shooting at this leader now. 3 shots. That's like 4 hits because he's short range. Yeah, 4 hits. Winning on 3s. 2 wounds. Got to make a couple 4s. He makes them.
Whiffer from the Vanguard there. Austin says, I feel like we're witnessing a tabletop war crime. What's 40K without war crimes, am I right? This is just part of the flavor.
Okay, 3 more shots onto this player. This guy's just like taking it. No hits.
Yeah,
I think.
he is just taking it, man. This leader will not go down.
Hey, can that guy even see him? No. Oh yeah, he can.
Yeah, he
Okay.
can.
No hits though. And that's all the shooting. So now we're gonna see the auto pass come in.
Oh no, it's not. We've got one more Electro Priest.
He's out of range.
He does have 2 CP, and yep, he's using that CP to push the range to 18 inches. He's trying to clean this game up here.
So you actually have to use that at the start of the shooting phase. I feel like
Oh,
I should say something.
yeah, you can go ahead. Go ahead and tell him that. I did inform the players that we would be, all of our stream games we do actively TO. So we're just waiting to see the...
Yeah, it's use this tactic at the start of the shooting phase. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. I mean, if he declared that to his... yeah. I was going to say, had he declared that to his opponent at the start of the game and we just didn't hear it, obviously it would have been okay to play, but apparently that was not the case here.
Yeah. I mean, he did declare that he was spending the CP at that time. So
Yes. Yeah, exactly.
yeah, and he auto passes that guy.
Auto passes the leader. That's the proper play. So he will get hold 1 here. So you know.
Yeah.
This game is not just about a win-loss scenario. It's also for blue. It's about trying to maximize the points here to ensure that he's in top 8. Benji, Shane does not hate Micro.
I already said I only hate Benji. The only guy.
Oh, look here. I think blue just won the initiative roll-off.
Hey, maybe he'll get a point or two. So now he's up to 7. I mean, at this point, every point matters, right? I mean,
Yes.
this game's won. Um, wow, did he actually pass with this other
Oh,
player? I think he did.
what? That is insane.
Yeah. Hey, he could get vicious assault too.
This game's not over yet. All of a sudden,
Oh, it's
it definitely is. But blue's position has gotten a lot better.
for sure.
Uh-oh, Micro
Micro's
with the
keeping it
decisive.
decisive. What a
Mike
bastard.
Micro keeping his boot on his boot on Blue's neck, refusing to yield. Benji calling both clowns die in Overwatch. Oh my goodness. Is that a 6 on the Overwatch? Oh no, because he's Micro's decisive moving right now.
Contested the decisive. All right, he's overwatching with a grenade. Oh no, he's not. Okay, sorry, that was with the pistol, and he missed. So now this guy gets in. So now he can't get vicious.
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean, to be fair, did not expect him to be able to score vicious. I assumed he would have like one model left and the other one would still be shaken. But yeah, actually, Shane, I think with that one CP,
no, that doesn't work. I know what you're thinking. You're
yeah,
thinking he can use 1 CP to make them count as having charged.
yes, with
Uh,
the dance of whatever.
yeah, that does not score vicious. Yeah, because vicious requires you to actually successfully complete a charge.
Ah, okay,
That tactic just gives you the qualifier, basically.
okay.
Yeah.
So here comes a charge.
That's a
9
10,
inches.
right? 6, 8, yeah, 10. Like, man, the funny thing about that is like Micro has death from afar. Like, by doing that decisive and then charging, he's not even like giving himself points. He's just he's just denying in a game that
He's
he's
playing a
already won.
denial. Yeah. No mercy, I guess. Yeah, no, we really should give blue props here for not conceding end of turn 2, right?
Yeah, I mean, I watched his last game that he played, and his opponent was in a similar position at the end of turn 2, and his opponent just conceded
Yeah.
and lost 18-3. Like he could have probably like scrounged and fought for some points, but he didn't. Um, so yeah, I mean, it's definitely the right call, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I think it's fight phase. Oh no, it's more charges. Okay.
Yes.
Jesus.
Micro decisive striking.
Jesus.
Micro. So blue is obviously playing for his
He's not even
he's playing for his top 8 spot, and Micro is playing to deny blue that top 8 spot right now. Oh my goodness. Boxcars on the wound rolls. Just one of the saves is successful. He's re-rolling it. Fails. Injury roll. Oh, that's another dead Harlequin.
Wow, yeah.
Um, okay, was that actually completely unnecessary? I don't think so. Those Harlequins, they do
Um,
have a lot of attacks with frozen stars. So it's
I guess.
possible that it could have
I mean,
wiped all of those?
it's technically possible if he split all of his attacks.
Highly unlikely,
Actually,
though.
wait. That was a no. Okay, it was not possible. It was not because the zealots are 2 wounds. His damage was
Oh, that's
1.
right.
It was not possible. That was an entirely unnecessary. Oh man. Um,
The Omnissiah demands no mercy. Yeah, I guess so, Pyro.
I guess the leader's going to swing back now. Does the leader even have a weapon? He has an embrace. Yeah. He gets 3 hits, wounding on 3s. All wound. 2, 1 damage. Feel no pains.
We're supposed to be impartial here, but I hope he kills this model.
Oh, me too. 100%. Okay, what? He just rolled. Okay, never mind. All right, so 4 up.
No. Oh.
Gross.
Oh no. Can we get some Fs in the chat for Blue here? He fought a valiant game of Kill Team today. Press F to pay your respects.
He passes the nerve test.
to add insult to injury.
He can't even hold it. Oh, I guess the Corpuscari can fail. No, he can't fail. So there's no point.
No mercy to
I mean,
Xenos that
yeah,
came from Clown College.
that is it. I mean, I guess, yeah, Micro gets 16, Blue will get 7. Ugh. Couldn't even hold one.
No. Well, okay. It's GG, right?
Yeah, there's nothing left.
All right, let's go ahead and get into that Discord chat room where waiting for us will be our Victor Micromancer and what is left of Blue.
Well,
Hey,
hi there.
guys. Micro,
Whoa.
congratulations on your victory here. Um, man, where to even begin? All
Let
right.
me let me just wipe my tears real quick. Yeah.
I just crunched a few numbers, and we were just looking at the points for the tournament here.
Yeah.
Looks like you're still ahead of Fran, and so you're at least not at the bottom of the 3-1. So I think you're still in good shape to hit the next round here.
Yeah, we'll see. Yeah, we'll see if that like bottom 8 just hit all 18s, which
Yeah.
Yeah,
yeah.
right. We were Blue, we were talking about that going into the bottom of turn 2. I was initially surprised that you did not concede once all of your models that were remaining on the board shook. But
You
no,
know,
that was a good play by you not doing that, doing your best to put you in a good enough position to make top 8 here.
yeah, it felt like I shoulda.
You
But
got one more point than you would
I
have
did
had
get
you
the
conceded, so
I did hold one. It was
yes.
it was a good day.
Yeah. So, Micro, congratulations are definitely in order here. You've played an excellent game here. Um, Tell me about your deep strike from reserve with all of those models. We saw you put 5 of your models in strategic reserves. I expected the infiltrator drop. I did not expect almost half of your kill team. I think we added up the points cost and it was like 1 point under half you had set up in strategic reserves. Is this something you've been doing a lot this tournament?
No, well, this was specifically for Harlequins. They have a lot of trouble. Like their models really want to push forward and get in your face, but they don't want to like leave their back line open to have their like leader picked off, and like they don't want to have to turn around halfway through. So just forcing them to keep a few models screening back is really nice. And obviously you want to shoot Harlequins, and coming in from reserve is a good way to make that happen.
Yeah, I guess, especially when you're
Separate.
dropping them with like a buffing character like the comm specialist.
Yeah, I want to give a shout out to my practice partner Fox. He suggested putting the comms dude in reserve, and yeah, I really like that idea.
Yeah, well, it definitely worked out here. Shane, do you have any questions?
I mean, a lot. There's some ugliness. Blue. I guess. I mean, you've gone 3-0 here with the or 3-1. Sorry, with the Harleys. You're probably going to make top 8 still, despite what just happened. How do you feel about them on the packet? Like, do you feel good going into top 8 if you do make it? What are your thoughts?
Yeah. I think this is the packet I've liked Harley's on the most. There's like the impassable terrain is not where it's gonna like block you most of the game. Um, this is probably the deployment that I hate the most. Even the long deployment, there's a little bit better cover and a little less like shooting galleries to avoid. Um, but yeah, these reserves are real tough to deal with, especially on this deployment. Like 7 models is the max I'm getting up to, or 8 models. And it you really have to screen out your leader like that turn 1, and like even then he managed to get like a lot of shots on him.
Yeah, I was talking about that. You actually did a very good job screening out. You were able to have like these layers kind of going out from where your leader was. But I mean, against like triple deep strikes, like teams like this, and against Drakari too, and
Quadra.
Militarum, I mean, it feels like there's nothing you could do, right?
Yeah, it felt pretty bad. Um, I didn't get the advance rolls that I wanted turn 1. That turn 1 vet move. Uh, I try to get the charge off on this side of the board. That way I can actually like advance my models like deep into this side of the board with trying to avoid any shooting on the close side. And I was trying to screen out back here, but I just didn't get the advance rolls I needed to keep that 5-inch aura. So they ended up all there, and that felt pretty bad. But yeah, I think they do really well into a lot of the like teams that are doing decently in this packet. I like them against Marines. That's a little weird a little weird to say, but they feel pretty good. Um, I think their movement works really well uh, against them, and I love playing against orcs. They feel real good into orcs. But yeah,
I just want to say, I think you played like you played super sharp. This matchup was giving nightmares. Like it has the potential to go so south for me, and I really got bailed out on turn 2 there or yeah, turn 2 where neither of your guys killed in close combat.
yeah. Not only did they not kill, they got killed.
Yeah.
So that felt great.
That was a huge swing that I had no right to count on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Micro, I remember you messaged me before this matchup when I asked you if you were going to be okay with us streaming your game this week, and you were worried about being blown out. But after this game, and after playing all 4 rounds of the Command Point Invitational, how do you feel about AdMech going into the top 8?
Admech are pretty cool. It's my first tournament with them. I've been having a ton of fun. I think that they're one of the teams that I think I really suit my style. I like teams where I think they have a good shot in any matchup, but they're rarely like completely dominating a matchup either. I think you kind of have to play them a little clever,
Hmm.
really muster and perform and like execute well, because you're kind of always walking a wire with them. They're not very, they can fall apart super fast. So I've been really enjoying them. Yeah, it's going to be, the playoffs here is going to be really tough. I know everybody in it's a really strong player running good teams, so we'll see how it goes.
Awesome, guys. Well, Shane, if we don't have any more questions, then we can just go ahead and wrap up here.
Yeah, I'm all set.
All right. Well, guys, thank you all for coming out and watching the round 4 streamed game of the second annual Command Point Invitational Kill Team Tabletop Simulator Tournament. We've appreciated you all tuning in. If you're still watching, we'd appreciate it if you liked this stream to hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and that just helps support us and helps us to continue bringing you guys this kind of content. But yeah, thanks for watching, and we will see you all again in the next one.